But she love you, don't cut your Reynolds just LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hanging, they know happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and ain't that nice?
My, oh my, Ajayi. It's a coach. We're set to go. This is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, Jay Ajayi, fresh off 100 yards a week ago. Coming up, we'll see the visiting Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Eagles. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A first down throw for Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a second down throw for Winston. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. That's now his second interception and as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he stopped immediately there. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. That throw good for 4. It's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get
like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle it, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Ready.
From the gun, Winston. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Wentz now on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. From the red zone now, Wentz. Hurts over the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Ajayi. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. This is Ajayi. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Working out of the gun, Winston. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Great 15, great 15.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. And 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Wentz going to throw. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. In for the score. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket and wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. He's completed 4 passes so far in this game. The issue is 2 of them have been to the guys in the wrong colored jersey.
So I'd say there's a little bit of clouded vision, right? Sometimes he sees clearly, sometimes he doesn't. I know on the sideline they'll be going over things and talk about what the coverages are and what they're seeing. So you used to look at the snapshots, now you look at the micro.
Through an opening, and there he goes. 30, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Ajayi. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end,
still second down.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
81.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Noah Spence in on the stop.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Noah Spence in there to drop it for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Now Benjamin. Bustling free near the 40. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A second down throw for Winston. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This is taken at the 3. He juked him. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Wentz to throw on second down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
81.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. So a minute 55 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in the second week of the regular season. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. Powerful running, and he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on first is Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff. But it's still
under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
81.
From the gun, it's Wentz. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
There we go. Back. 20.
To throw is Wentz. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. You can count his carries on 1 finger. They've only given him the rock 1 time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. Winston now to throw on 1st down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Ready. Blue ready. Let's convert.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Ready. Blue ready.
Final play of the half here, Winston. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And likely time for 1 final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Ready. Blue ready.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. This is taken at his 4. Oh, what a move. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Working from the gun, Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. William Golston with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
Easy, easy, easy.
Now Jameis on second down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Here's Winston. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The 13 yards that time at a first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Ready. Blue waiting.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Ready. Blue waiting.
Jameis to throw it. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And incomplete on the deep ball. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Blue waiting.
A give to Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now Wentz. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing is Wentz. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They go play action here on first down. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
They run with Ajayi. Down right around the 25. A gain of 3, 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding more.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. And they'll go with a ground attack here. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
And there was a good opportunity to just run a ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Benjamin with it over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 18 yards there and a 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
The 1st down throw for Winston. Over the middle, complete. It's Howard. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Winston. Now he'll escape to his left. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Second down, Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Howard. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
To throw is Winston. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Go. Kill.
They'll start out on the ground with a J. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Jay's gonna go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Wentz now to throw. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, All that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Winston now. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Back to it after the pick six. Winston. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow.
You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Winston. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they'll go on the ground. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. William Golston in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And This is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah. Hey. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. 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 Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drive, train drives.